Hey everybody, this is my first live that I'm doing on my YouTube channel. I am so glad that I've decided to discover and maneuver my channel and see what's really out there on my YouTube channel. So I've just found out that I've been approved for a lot of different perks and a lot of different things on my channel, and this really excites me. So you guys are going to be seeing more content from my channel. You guys are going to be watching more topics on my channel, and my channel is going to be a bit more interesting than what it's been. I know it's been a little dry and a little flaky here and there, but I'm going to keep you coming with the videos and things like that. Hey, beautiful magic, I'm happy to see you on my channel. I'm like, yay, I finally got a viewer. I got somebody commenting on it. So yay, I'm happy. Another thing that you guys see on this channel is better video quality and very, better lighting. Because in my last videos, you could hardly see me. Even with my room messing with the lights and stuff, you just could not see me or try to figure out, who I was or what I was for that matter. So I'm just going to go ahead and get into the video. So I decided to name my video 3 different topics. It's going to be the Gloss Posse from Rihanna's Fenty line. I bought this lipstick collection about 3 weeks ago. Around the same time, everybody started buying it and reviewing it. So I will be reviewing this in my channel. Another thing I will be discussing is a life update, and another thing I will be discussing is my job resignation. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about is my Gloss Posse review with the different lip glosses that are in here. I really like this case because it's a way to keep it organized and to really keep it all intact. Because if you guys haven't seen my makeup collection, I have tons of makeup in my little stash. Okay, if I could just get this thing open. Okay, whoop, here we go. So voila. Here are the different lip glosses that come in. I've tested these lip gloss colors out on my lips and they do look really pretty on me. But I thought I'd just, show you guys so you guys can see how it looks on my lips. So this pink lip gloss is called Pretty Please. So I'm just gonna put it on my lip so you all can see how it's going to look. So beautiful magic and another person that's on here. You guys tell me, what do you guys think of my channel so far? What kinds of content would you like to see? And probably give me some pointers and some cues about how I can make my channel better. Because I'm not at the point where I am as big as a lot of these other YouTubers, but I really want to be one day. But I just want to know, what do you guys think of my channel? How can I improve and how can I get better? Aww. Okay, so so this is how the Pretty Please looks on my lips. For whatever reason, when it comes to my lips, the lip gloss color seems to pop more on my bottom lip than my top lip. But I think it looks pretty good. So, I'm really happy about this. So that's enough for this color. The thing I like about Rihanna's lip glosses is that they not only stick to your lips, but they moisturize your lips while they're on your lips. Because the thing that I hate about some of the lip glosses that a lot of different makeup brands come out with, they leave your lips feeling really dry, and when you wash them off, your lips feel real chapped, and it's like your lips gonna fall off your face. So I'm gonna wipe this off. Let's see what you said. Let's see. Oh, is there a way I can make this chat thing a lot bigger so I can read your comment? You will be uploading more. Oh, thank you, beautiful magic. I'm glad you like my channel. So, what do you like about my channel? Okay, so now I'm going to be trying the Fussy Gloss. See how this one looks? This has more of a peachy look to my lips. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to put on the bottom lip since you all can see it more. It makes my lips look more kissable. So yes, this is a pretty color. And now we're going to move along to the white lip gloss that she has. And this one is called Confetti. I know Rihanna, she came out right after the Universal gloss. She had came out with a white lip gloss. I think it's this exact same color. Then she came out with a pink one. And I'm going to be honest, I love Rihanna's makeup. It's one of the only brands that I wear other than Bavanti, MAC. I wear some makeups from Sephora. Well, Sephora, that's my go-to place. I don't go nowhere else but Sephora and Walgreens and Walmart if I can find some good stuff in there. And Ulta. But the only thing I like to get out of Ulta is the Morphe products. Okay. Whew. So now we're going to put on this confetti. Now this confetti looks really pretty. I can see this being like a ice cold, ice cool, really pretty color to wear in like the wintertime to give you that, you know, snow globe and snow princess look with a real pretty like black eyeshadow, like a gray eyeshadow with a little bit of glitter on it. So I believe you could be really creative with this color, unless you want to do like the two-tone colors. Then we have our chocolates lip gloss. Lip gloss. I usually don't get a lot of chocolate lip glosses or lipsticks. I'm going to be honest with you all that with my makeup, I really like to wear makeup brands and makeup colors that are suited for my complexion. Because if you guys can see, as far as the texture of my skin, I have combination skin. So it's a mix of dry and oily. So I have to make sure I keep my skin moisturized, but at the same time, I have to make sure not to put on too much product because then my face will look a soupy mess. Oh, okay. I'm glad you can relate to my channel. See, the reason why, I'm going to be honest, the reason why I created this YouTube channel was to make money. I mean, if you can make money from doing something as easy as doing YouTube videos, why not do it? Yeah, you do have to put in a lot of work and you have to advertise and things like that, but hey, it's worth it if you get a check for it. And I also love relating to other people. I'm glad that I relate to you, and I'm glad that you love my channel because I've always wanted to be an inspiration to people. And I don't just do stuff on the internet, but I do stuff like in real life too outside of the internet. At the moment, I just work. I used to be involved in church and I used to be involved in different programs and whatnot in my city. But then I just stopped because I just really needed a life change and a life discovery and makeover and whatnot. So I just had, like a little setback period in my life. But now, I'm just getting into the swing of things and whatnot. See, this chocolate looks really good on my lips. I love how it looks because when I put this on my lips, it creates like a definition like on the side of my lips where I don't even have to put like a lip liner or anything like that on my lips. So that's why I like this color. And as you guys can see, I have my hair fixed. It looks a little messy right now because I done had this hairstyle for like 2 weeks. But you all know this is a popular look that a lot of YouTubers and Instagrammers have been rocking. The two little pieces on the side, and then they have the hair pulled up. And this is actually a ponytail. Now, this is not my real hair, as you all probably already know already. But, I decided to put it up in a little messy bun because I got tired of it being down. It was down in a long ponytail and it was curled, but I just got tired of, trying to keep it and it started to lose its curl and everything. And so I just did a little messy bun. And the thing I like about doing messy buns or the simple buns, it still looks like some kind of style. And you don't have to really like do too much in order to keep it up. Okay. And so the next thing that we're going to do is put on the last color of the Gloss Posse collection. This one's called Cheeky. This is like a reddish orange color. I hate how this video quality is making this look like it's an orange, but when you look at it in real time, it has a red tint to this orange. Now I'm not an orange makeup wearer because the colors I usually wear are like purples, blues. Thank you. Like purples, blues. I like reds, but more of like the dark reds. I like the orange, but I like the earth tone orange. And so yeah, that's what I like. Now this looks really pretty. I like it because it gives my lips like that shine, that glitter. like Lynn Spirit. I don't know if Beautiful Magic, if you watch Lynn Spirit, the gay man on YouTube and Instagram, his motto used to be, "Girl, don't you see that glitter?" And he used to wear like the different makeup styles with a little glitter on his cheeks and everything. And he would wear his lip gloss like real powdery on his lips too. He used to crack me up. But when he used to wear the makeup looks like, "Girl, you see that glitter?" Like that's what that reminds me of. But yeah, this lipstick looks okay. But yeah, this looks really pretty. But yeah, I used to love watching Lynn Spirit. He used to be funny on Instagram. Okay, and that's all that we have for our Gloss Posse Fenty review. Now, if you want to know the cost of this collection, it cost me $42 for this kit. The thing I can say, and this is not a complaint, but when it comes, you can find a lot of affordable. Well, I'm not going to say affordable because that can be offensive to some people. You can find makeup that is in the $20 range, $10 range, or $30 range. This is for people that don't want to spend a whole lot on makeup. But one thing I will say about Rihanna is that some of her stuff, it can be pricey. I mean, I've spent $60 on a makeup palette. I've spent maybe $30 on 2 lip gloss sticks, maybe 50, and I spent about 200 on a whole Fenty collection. And I'm not saying that to brag, but Rihanna stuff, Fenty, it's makeup tutorial started watching Simply Unique. I've never watched Simply Unique before. I watched so many makeup gurus on YouTube. To name a few, I watch Kayla D, B Marie. B Marie, I love her makeup tutorials because she does a lot of cute, pretty, and pop makeup colors and whatnot. And plus, she's young like me. Like, I like seeing a lot of young women, following their dreams, doing makeup, doing hair. I think right now she's wearing her hair like the way I have mine because she has done maybe a few tutorials on YouTube where she's done like the buns and the ponytails and like the curls with the different wigs. And I think her mom does hair and makeup as well. And I think her mom has styled like other people and makeup and everything. I don't think she's on YouTube anymore though. This was back in 2009. Yeah, I remember. See, my mom, she started watching a lot of makeup gurus in back in that era, like Ataya. Because everybody knows like Ataya as like the OG, one of the OGs of like black YouTube makeup. Because I know it was Ataya. Then there's this other girl on I watch now called the makeup doll. She's like a real pretty dark skinned woman, and she wears like a lot of pretty makeup looks, and she rocks like different weave styles, and she wears like really pretty eye color contacts because she wears like the Japanese kawaii, or like the Japanese um yeah, kawaii is the right term for it. Because I know in the Japanese fashion style kawaii, they wear like the different eye color contacts with the different hair colors and like the candy bracelets and stuff. And she showed this website where she goes and gets her contacts because they always look really pretty on her. And I feel like they add more to her makeup. But going back to the price about this, Rihanna stuff, it can be it's pricey to me. It's pricey because some of her palettes are like 62, some are like 42. I think one of her like makeup brushes was about 40, $50. And I remember her foundation that everybody was buying up when she first came out with the line was like 60. But when I waited, 2 years later, I bought it this year because I just got so tired of buying all the little foundations I could find in Walmart, Walgreens, and they just wasn't my color. I said, you know what? I just need to break down and get Fenty. And when I got Fenty, it matched. But with Fenty, it actually the price went down about $30. So even though I waited 2 years to get it, I still paid like $30 less than what I would have paid for if I would have bought it when everybody was buying it when it first came out. Okay, so the second thing I'm going to talk about is my life update. And I'm going to kind of mesh this in with the job resignation announcement that I have too. I'm trying to see who else is in my life because I see where I have two people watching me. Beautiful Magic. Can the other person that's watching me, tell me who you are so I know, how to address you or speak to you and say, hey, unless you want to be known, unless you want to be incognito while you're watching me. But okay, so my life update right now is that, we're in the month of November and we're about to head into 2020. I have had an excellent year thus far in 2019, but the disappointing news that I have for you all is that I am resigning from my job. Well, I'm going to read you a comment. Magic. That's the thing about drugstore makeup. It's a pain in the butt to match it. It is. Like, I remember my mom when she would buy makeup. See, my mom, she first started doing makeup and wearing a lot of makeup before I started getting into it. I remember she would have to mix hers. Like, she would have to get two foundations and mix them and try to match them. And I did the mixing and matching too, because my issue was with my complexion. I'm not I'm not the type of black person where I'm just one color. Either I'm light or I'm dark. I'm a mix of, both. Because my mom was dark and my dad was light. And so I kind of clash of those different colors. And a lot of these drugstores, even though they say they're for black women or people of color, they don't know how to match our skin. And see, Rihanna, she was top dog when she came out with Fenty because you could tell she really studied skin colors and skin complexions where they could match up your skin with a little scanner when you go into Sephora and they could tell you the exact match of your skin. And so that's what I really liked about Fenty's line is that she knew how to match her colors with people's skin tones so that you wouldn't have to mix and match different colors and spending all this money and going back to the customer service line, especially at Walmart, trying to get, refunds on foundations because they don't fit your face. So thank God for Rihanna. That's all I can say. But going back to the life update, I have decided to resign from my job, and I'm going to be completely honest in this video. So when I first started my job, I was happy. It was a job I manifested. It was paying me well, and it was giving me the benefits that I wanted, but it wasn't worth the pain that I endured at my job. To make a long story short, at my job, I had a boss that was a narcissist and a white narcissist at that. And you guys know that in 2019, in this Trump era, white people cannot be the nicest of people. And I know everything is not about race or whatnot, but it's just how I felt. Even though you're doing good and even though you're being the best that you're doing and the best that you're being and whatnot, some people just won't let you catch a break. They won't be nice to you, they won't speak to you, they'll try to work you hard, any little mistake, any little mark you make, they report you to the manager, they report you on your job. And I just had so much of that going on at my job because I was a secretary, but I worked in a cubicle like area. So I was working with other people. And so the things that I endured at my job was something that nobody ever should. I constantly had the boss on my back for silly stuff or for actual mistakes that I made. Patients constantly calling, complaining about me, lying on me, saying I did this, saying I did that when I didn't. And my boss just not even letting me catch a break. She's letting everybody do what they want to do, but me. When it came to PTO, she would let people take PTO when they shouldn't have. And the needle that broke the camel's back was Thanksgiving. So I went ahead and planned my PTO time for Thanksgiving a month in advance because I'm not sure if I told you guys this, in my you past YouTube videos, but my friend named Manny, who has been a proud supporter. And man, if you're watching this, I'm giving you a shout out. He has two YouTube channels here on YouTube, and he gladly promotes my channel. He supports me. He's always done right by me. And so he decided to invite me to Miami, where he lives, to be with him and his family. And so he went ahead and arranged my plane tickets and my stay and everything like that. So I was set. And so I was going to go ahead and, tell my boss I would like to have, a couple of hours taken off so I can catch my plane on time. She's telling me no, it's about the business. And I come to find out one of my coworkers took the whole day off. And she's all about calls and making sure patients are cared for and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, you're telling me no, you're not letting me catch a break, you're not letting, excuse me, let me have my day off, and this is not fair. It's like you let so many other people on days when we've been busy, on days when we haven't even had people, calling as much, letting them clock out, 3 hours early and whatnot, and just letting them do this, letting them do that. And here I am, a hard worker and a good worker, and you won't let me catch a break. And there was just so much unfairness and discrimination and backbiting and backstabbing that I experienced at this job. It was like, you know what? I'm going to love myself enough to walk away from this and make sure I'm good. Because I made sure that once I leave in the next 2 weeks that I'm set, I got my paychecks, and I'll be good. And I just decided to just respect myself and to love myself even more by saying no more. I'm not going to let this boss treat me like this. I'm not going to let these people in here treat me like this. And I'm not going to let anybody tear me down and try to make me feel worthless or make me feel like I'm not about anything, because I am. I have way too much education, way too much knowledge, and just way too much in me to go to waste sitting in a cubicle answering phone calls, dealing with people and their problems, transferring calls, sending messages. And, I'm so much worse than being somebody's guinea pig or a note taking girl, because I just dealt with a lot in my life. And there was a lot that I wasn't really taught in my life. And, I've had to learn these things by living life and making mistakes and whatnot on my own. And so that's why I'm at this point in my life where, what? I'm young, I'm 24 years old. I'm about a step away from graduating in my medical interpreting program. Because as you guys may not know, I've always wanted to be a medical interpreter, especially using the languages of English and Spanish because I am fluent in Spanish. And so that's something, I've always wanted to do. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go back to school, and I'm going to wrap up this class, and we're going to get this internship that's set up right afterwards. And we're going to go ahead and pass or get my certification, and we're going to be a medical interpreter. Because since I have that opportunity to strive for my dreams and to have my dream and to operate in my dream, why not do it? Because it's I don't know what it is, and you guys know I see things sometimes from a spiritual level, but I feel like the way that the world is turning and how our world is becoming more dangerous, more threatening, more evil, and more mean. This is a time where a lot of us do need to start striving for what we want and striving for what we need and striving for what we're looking for, because this world, as they like to say, is going to hell in a handbasket. But I believe in Jesus, by me being a Christian, that he's supposed to be coming back for those that believe in him and burning up the world and whatnot. And I know good and well before he comes, I want to have my, goals and stuff accomplished. I want to be everything I'm supposed to be and have everything I'm supposed to have, so that when I die and meet him, if I die before he comes or when he comes and I'm still here, I won't have any regrets to say, man, I wish I would have did that. I wish I would have traveled here. I wish I would have made friends. I wish I would have went to school. Because I just hear so many elders, and not even elders, but people that's 40s, 50s, even 30s, living with so much regret. And then I worked at so many jobs, including Walmart, fast food, retail. I mean, I've almost done it all. And you work with a lot of bosses and a lot of people in their 20s, 30s, and 40s. They're mean, they're bitter, they're mad, they're upset because their life didn't turn out the way they wanted to, or they just want to blame everybody for the bad mistakes that they've made. And you coming in there being young and happy and got goals and stuff, and they want to bite your head off and try to steal your joy and whatnot. And who wants to deal with stuff like that? And I mean, yeah, even when you strive for your dreams and whatnot, you still got to deal with jealous people and this, that, and third. But who cares? Because now you're operating your gift, and can't nobody stop that but you. And so, I'm like, you know what? This is the time where I need to just take a break from work and just don't work. Don't work, go to school, focus on my studies, pass, make sure that I'm good, make sure that I come correct, and just make sure that I'm ready. Because I believe that God is teaching me a lot of things, because I'm seeing him tell me about a lot of things about myself through the inspirational teachers and preachers that I watch on TV. And I'm spiritually in tune as well, because God does speak to me in a lot of ways. Sometimes it's through other people, through the news, through TV, through friends, music, just everything. And I just pay attention to that. And I feel like now, he taught me a valuable lesson about not telling people too much. You have to learn how to just give people enough for them to get to know you, but not give them enough for them to attack you. And so that's something that I've had to learn. And then now he's letting me know that I need to rest in him. And unfortunately, the church and a lot of people, and it seems like people who do that want the title as I'm gonna have to see how I can kind of stretch this thingamajig out, because it's cutting. Okay, let me see if I can get maybe my screen, do some F11 type of stuff. Okay, I just try my best. And it seems like a lot of people, it seems like people who do that want the title as a management that want to treat people like crap. Yeah, they do. And the thing that I hate is that at a lot of these jobs I've had, the managers and the shift leaders, they always elevate people with crappy, sorry attitudes. And it's like the ones that are nice and sweet and pleasant, and they learn the business and stuff so fast, and they come to the boss and say, well, how can I level up this, that, and the third? Oh, you got to work. Oh, you got to be picked. Oh, you get your shot. And you got some girl or some dude that come in that do half the work. They got a nasty attitude. They snippy and mean to you, but they be working real fast and speaking to the customer stuff all night. And the people, they just randomly pick them. I'm like, is there some type of code in the code book or something where at these jobs you have to be a mean or a bully just to be a manager or leader and whatnot? Because that's just what it's seeming like nowadays. Because they just always seem to pick folks. They just have sorry attitudes and they're just mean to people. And then that's another thing that's kind of ticking me off a little bit. And I try not to let stuff just bother me that much, because I am working. I've done a good job being more positive this year because I used to be really pessimistic, really negative, and it was, kind of tearing down my health a little bit. But now, I'm like, I don't understand why people just love people so much and have trash attitudes. And they're just sorry and they're just crappy and they don't care about nobody and they think everything revolves around them and they talk over you when you talk and cut you off, won't speak, looking up like and just being real arrogant. I'm like, who wanna be a manager like that? And that's why a lot of these fast food places and retail places have so much turnover. And I don't know why these businesses won't pay attention to that. It's like these managers that y'all keep putting in place as managers is the reason why your people are not staying. If you don't have effective managers that know how to talk to people and that know how to run their businesses and run their companies, or they're making it so it's easier for their people to level up and go up and whatnot, you're not gonna keep people around. And these companies, they just think about money. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have the business and stuff coming in, but people got to keep their jobs and stuff. And I'm sick and tired of folks making you think you got to put up with people's crap just to have some type of money or a place to stay, anything like that. I'm like, how would you feel if somebody treated you like crap and just told you to shut up and get over it and give me this and give me that and get this and get that, and you stressed out and you mad and you upset, and now you snipping at everybody all the time, and they making you feel like that so you can have a place to stay and so that you can have a job. I mean, some people, they can work and live life like that. I cannot. Like, I have a history of depression. And I don't say this for people to feel sorry about me or nothing like that. I've just learned that I have a delicate spirit. And I'm not saying that to, be arrogant or whatever, but I just know myself. My spirit, I can't put up with a whole bunch of mess. If you getting at me, whatever, I know how to get you together and move on about my business. But if you coming at me about this every day, all the time, I gotta cut you off. Like, I'm not gonna argue with you. I meant what I said. I said what I said. If you can't comply with what I'm trying to do or compromise or at least try to get some type of understanding or a resolution where both of us can be respected, then I'm not gonna do that. And, it's just a lot of these places of business, they just put up with so much crap and they want you to go through the crap. And then what's worse is that you got customers that even co-sign this type of stuff. Like, they'll come in and be buddy with the managers and the shift leaders, and they coming in getting deals and getting discounts and stuff. And if you're the new girl, they'll either try to mess with you and try to mess you up and get you fired, or they'll try to, be nice and whatnot and work with you. And then sometimes they be trying to look you, they be trying to like buck up to you and give you attitude and try to test you to see if you can handle it. I'm like, well, you just come through my line and let me bring you up and go on about your day. Like, I don't understand why people just live for drama. Like, people just really live for drama. Like, when I worked at Walmart, black people especially, and I hate being like this because some of the best customers that I had when I worked as a cashier at Walmart, they were white, they were Hispanic or Middle Eastern. But them black ones, it's some of them, especially the ghetto ones. It's like, you speak, hey, how you doing? Oh, you did? Oh, okay. And I just don't understand why people communicate like that with the abruptness, with the sudden speaking and the jostling and the setting stuff down and talking. And I'm like, I don't talk like that. I mean, I know you're from another area than where I'm from or whatnot, but I just don't live for that. I don't live for drama. I don't live for dysfunction. And you trying to throw me off and put stuff here and put stuff there. Mm-mm. In the world of La Precious and in the world of La Precious, we have order. To y'all, it may be boring, and a lot of people, they always like to have some stuff going on just so they can have some type of party, a good time. I like to be at peace. I like to have a sit down conversation. Hello, how are you all? I like to do this. I like to laugh and have fun. I don't like to have a whole bunch of drama going on because No, I used to think that having drama in my life was cool and always having something to complain about because the black folks, we have a real issue with being dramatic. It's like we always like to have some mess going on. We talking about somebody, we got like baby mama, baby daddy drama, or whatever type of drama going on. And I've just learned to like, you don't have to live like that to have a successful life or to have a happy life and whatnot. You know, you can be at peace and still be a good person and still be successful. Like you don't have to go through all that just to have a good life. And sometimes people try to preach that to you. They say, well, in order for you to have a good life or in order for you to try to tell somebody what to do, you gotta go through drama, you gotta go through this. And I've just been through like so much drama in my life already at the age that I am. I'm like, it's not worth it. You know, if y'all want the arguing and the cussing and the fighting and beating people up, y'all can have that. But I'd rather have peace. But yeah. So that's that about the job resignation. And as far as my life update, I am still going to school. I'm still pursuing my associate's degree. I'm still pursuing my certification in medical interpreting. And I'm still traveling. I'm still traveling to Miami. And I'm really happy about going to Miami because I've always wanted to go to Miami. And Miami is a really culturally infused city. Plus, it's tropical, which is what I love. Because when I lived out in Las Vegas last year, it was fun. And Las Vegas is a really cultural infused area as well. And that's something they don't really show to a lot of people because whenever you see Las Vegas, you know, Sin City, casinos, strip clubs, and money and weed and all of that. But when you live there, it is bustling with different personalities, different cultures, different lifestyles and whatnot, and different museums. And, you know, you can have a lot of fun. Like if you ever come to Las Vegas and you just have like a hotel room, I advise you to take the bus. Like take the bus, like only a bus pass is on what $5 for 24 hours. Yeah, just take a bus pass and just sit on the bus and just get off at a random place and tour the city and the towns and whatnot. The one thing I don't advise you to do is to walk down roads by yourself because Las Vegas is a desert land. And I remember one time I was walking somewhere. Okay, short story. So I got on a bus one day and I was just, you know, touring the town, touring the city to see what it was like and whatnot. Because this is right before the time I left. And so I got off the bus and I started walking because the bus driver, I should have stopped him when he passed by like my stop where I should have stopped to come back home. And so I had to stop at like some random bus stop and I was walking and then there was like this long desert and then I walked past like this cornfield. And when I say cornfield, like it was like a deep, dense cornfield. Like a herd of cattle could have ran through that cornfield. It was so tall and dense on the side of the road. Luckily, it wasn't like some long, like running for miles type of corn husk. But yeah, it was dense. And I remember my aunt telling me that they did have what mountain lions and stuff out there, but thank God none didn't run out there and try to get me. Wow, were you what's the last thing you typed in your question? Cause I can't. Oh, Jesus, I can't get my thing to pop out. Oh, okay. Let me play with this thing. Okay. I was afraid I was gonna stop something on here. Scared. Oh, no, I wasn't really scared. Now when it hit nighttime, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to get on the bus and I'm gonna have to stop at a restaurant somewhere. I wasn't scared when I was walking because I love to walk, but now in Winston-Salem, I don't walk as much no more. It's too many crazy people walking out here now. There's so many homeless people too. And a lot of people have started moving to the city, and they done brought some crazy drivers too. And people out here just drive too sporadically, so I just take Ubers now. The only time I walk is when I'm on my lunch break for work, and I just walk up the street, down the street, around the corner to get exercise. But when I was walking out there in Las Vegas, I wasn't really scared. I mean, I knew how to be cautious, and I'm like, okay, I got my cell phone. I still got my bus pass. If it's getting too dark or this is just too far for me to walk, then I need to catch a bus. And then I need to go to like the nearest restaurant, somewhere that's public and that's still open, and just call home. And that's exactly what I did. And when I called home, my dad, I really don't like using that word, and my sister, they came and found me and they picked me up, and I didn't get chewed out or nothing like that, but I just felt like, and I'm gonna be honest, I just felt like that whole scenario in Las Vegas, it was childish. I'm 24 years old. At the time I was 23, and I hate how when people make you feel like when you living in that house, even though you're grown, they still have to treat you like a child, especially with black families. And I don't know why that is with us. We always want to make it seem like you gotta be the big boss or the one who running the show and stuff. You paying all the bills, and you got a whole bunch of babies and kids and stuff running around and drama just to be grown. And I'm like, I could be grown and be by myself and still have fun and whatnot. And I don't need nobody keeping tabs on me and then trying to make me feel bad for wanting to go out and explore my life and whatnot. And I'm sure if you saw that video that I did about me living in Las Vegas, you know what it was. And that's just what it was. I wasn't scared when I was out there in Las Vegas. I just knew to be cautious, and I just knew to be careful. Because the thing is about Las Vegas that they do have a sex trafficking problem out there. It's so bad out there that when you look into the driver's ed book, and I still got my book, when you look at the driver's ed book, it even has a sex trafficking warning page. Like, it's really bad if they even warn you in the driver's ed book. So yeah, in Las Vegas, when I was out there walking, yeah, the cornfield situation was kind of a little eerie, but I mean, I made it, and I knew God was watching me, and I was protected. So I just knew not to go too far out, just not to do, too much when I was out there. So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the life update. And then, pretty much it about my job resignation. And at least I will be topping my year off being in Puerto Rico. Because I'm still going to Puerto Rico. As far as my trips, even though I resigned from my jobs, I've paid for these trips well in advance. So these things were already, taken care of and whatnot. So I'll be going into the new year traveling and balling and whatnot, and I'll be happy. So Puerto Rico is a place I've always wanted to go to. Yes, I know Puerto Rico is a Commonwealth of the United States and it still is a part of the US, but they are a Caribbean island. They are in the Caribbean, and they are a Latin American island. Because I mean, Puerto Rico is still a Latin island, Latin country. The people identify as Latin. They speak Spanish. They dance to salsa and they eat, tostones and arroz con pollo, and just different dishes and whatnot. And I've always loved the Puerto Rican culture, and so yeah, so I'm happy that I'll be going there. So, Beautiful Magic, do you have any questions to ask me? Because I think when I do my lives and my videos, I want to start being more interactive with my viewers and having more people, comment and whatnot, so I could just have a more effective channel. So, do you have any questions you want to ask me? Oh, okay, okay. So I'm doing good. No, okay. Okay, well, I asked questions about you. I know you've been watching my channel for a while because I see your comments like underneath my videos. But how old are you? 30. Oh, okay, you're 30. Okay. And how have you been able to relate to my videos? While you speak about entertainment and things like that, you speak about things that are rooted in. See, okay. Okay, I see the emoji thing. Hmm. You know what? I'm sure if I would have probably did this live on my YouTube page, maybe this is how it comes up on here because I'm sure once I end it, I may not. I'll probably be able to read it once this thing ends. It says that I rooted in. What was the thing you said after rooted in? Seems like a lot of YouTubers don't do that. Reality. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm living real life, who isn't real life, and I think it's due to our society as well. Because American society, from what I see, they want everybody living in some type of dream where nothing is offensive when it is, nothing is wrong when it is, nothing is out of order when it is, nothing is dirty or obscure or hateful when it is. It's like everything is just ooh la la. Oh, she's nice. Oh, he's not mean. That's just his personality. Oh, she's not aggressive. That's just the way that she talks. Oh, they're not racist. They were just raised like that. It's everything has to have an excuse. No one can be wrong. No one can be mad. No one can be upset. But as soon as you start addressing things that are there or addressing the elephant in the room, you're the bad guy. You're the one that's mean. You're the one that's racist. You're the one that's disrespectful. And it's like our world is just based off of narcissism. And the definition of narcissism is someone who is completely obsessed with themselves. Everything is about them. Everything is about what they want. No, they're not wrong. No, they're not obscure. No, they're not this. And as soon as you call it out, or as soon as something bad happens to you and you come to them for help, they make it seem like you're the problem. You're the one that's mean. You're the one starting this. You're the one not communicating. You can't blame somebody for feeling the way that they feel when outside forces that they couldn't control came upon them. And I really do blame that type of mindset that Americans have developed. And I really don't even know how we as a people have developed that so strongly nowadays. And I believe that's why we have the president that we do. Donald Trump is more than a narcissist. Narcissism, I believe, is one of the nicest words somebody could probably give him. And I'm not sure if you voted for Donald Trump or not, because I know I didn't even vote in the election. I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't. I didn't vote because I didn't want Hillary Clinton being the president because she lied about them emails and she had her own agenda. And I certainly didn't want Donald Trump winning. I wanted Bernie Sanders to win so bad, but he kept focusing so much on Hillary Clinton and what she was doing, what doing. He kind of blew himself out the water. And I'm like, Bernie, Bernie has some good points and whatnot, but I'm like, come on, Bernie, you need to focus on your own podium instead of trying to knock off hers. And I feel like that's just what messed him up in his election that year. But yeah, Donald Trump got in office, the big reality TV star. And that's really what the whole White House has been. The whole White House to me, it's been like a soap opera. Is Donald Trump getting impeached? I want Donald Trump to get impeached. They've been talking about it for like the past couple of days. Who knows? I mean, my grandma and I, we were discussing this, and I told her the only way Donald Trump can get impeached is if somebody would be like an inside secret person or like a mole, and they were able to get some hard earned evidence on him, and to get one of his own people to turn on him, and then they would have some evidence. That's the only way they can get Donald Trump out. I mean, Donald Trump, he's the type of person where he likes to dance and play with fire. Then he likes to throw stuff at people and hurt people and make all these rules and pull these strings and pull the rugs. And he likes to hide his hands behind his back and act all innocent. Oh, he just says, oh, that's fake news. You don't know what you're talking about. That's a lie, blah, blah, blah. And he just throws everything off so that he ends up looking like the good guy, which obviously he's not. Because every time he tweets something, he starts a whole conversation, big shebang. And, so it's like Donald Trump, I'm just so glad. And this dawned on me the other day that it's almost been 4 years since he's been in office. And I'm so happy about that. And you got like the new candidates coming out, like with Kamala Harris and Bernie Sanders and whatnot. Kamala Harris, I was kind of for her, but now I'm not. Because they found out she put a lot of people of color, especially black men, in prison for long sentence terms for things like, I think, what, petty theft and drugs and whatnot. And she was trying to get, who was that? I think it was Obama's vice president when they were talking about busing and racism and whatnot. Kamala Harris, she was so strong and adamant because she says, well, I was bused and I integrated schools and whatnot. But I'm like, if you know what it's like to be a black woman and you know what it's like to be bused and whatever, then why'd you put so many black men in jail? And Kamala Harris, and I don't know, beautiful magic, how you see this, and I don't know how you identify racially, but to me, Kamala Harris is not a black woman to me. Her parents, her dad is Afro Jamaican, and her mom was Indian, as in Indian from India. And to me, that's not a black person. I mean, yeah, Jamaican people, Caribbean people can be black, and black people from Africa and whatnot. But oh, okay, you're black. Okay, but yeah, Kamala Harris to me, she's not black, and you have so many people. I'm not gonna stay on this too long, but so many racially ambiguous people and mixed people that are mixed with black. They want to identify with the culture, with the people, and say, well, I'm black and I've got discriminated against and whatnot. The only mixed person I have respect for publicly that is very strong about being black is Colin Kaepernick. Now, Colin Kaepernick, when he bowed down and kneeled his knee at the NFL, he still, even to this day, has not played for the NFL. Yeah, he has lost some money. Yeah, I'm sure people have offered him some deals, but he stood up for what's right. And that's the only mixed person I could say that's actually stood up for the cause and they have a real life experience with being black. But I feel like a lot of these mixed people that are either half black or quarter black or whatever kind of black they want to stand for the cause just for clout. But when it's time for them to promote somebody who looks like me or somebody who's darker than me or somebody that has black features and a phenotype and we just scream blackness, y'all don't promote us. Like if you have this black excellence within you where you've been able to be a senator, where you've been able to be a secretary of state, where you've been able to be a president or a teacher or whatever, why not put us on a pedestal with you? Everybody in the black community is not trying to backstab and tear other black people down and whatnot. It's a lot of us that want our own platforms too. And yeah, we could have more of some of these sedity black people, like Pops used to say, from the Wayans brothers. If some of these sedity black people would start reaching back in their own community and giving back like they always say they do, and put some of us on and put some of us up, we could, a lot of us could have stuff. And I'm not saying that black folks, need to mooch off of other black folks, but it's just ridiculous how we just don't support one another. And then as soon as we see the next person coming up or trying to get some type of shine or trying to get some type of success, we gotta trip them up and cut them down and tell them no, or we just create some type of mess that just throw them off and get them all out of sorts of stuff. And I'm like, and then you wonder why the whites and the Hispanics and the Asians, why they come up over us, because they even see our own downfall. Because I've spoken to people of other races and they even see it within our community. What is your take on Gina Rodriguez's use of the N word and when she was singing the song by the Fugees? Or I did a video on that. It's called Afro Americans versus Afro Latinos. I disagree with Gina Rodriguez using the N word because here's the thing. Gina Rodriguez is a Puerto Rican woman. A lot of black people's arguments when it comes to defending Puerto Rican people is, well, they're black. A lot of them who grew up in New York, who grew up in New York, they had black friends, black girlfriends, and black family members. They're black like us, but they're just black people that speak Spanish. And I even had my dad even say, like, Puerto Ricans were like the black Spanish people, and like Cuba is like 90% black. No, that's not true. So here's my take on Gina Rodriguez using the N word. She should not use it because number one, nigga came from the word nigger, and people were just trying to make something offensive cool, like they're doing now with the B word. And just because she's Puerto Rican and Puerto Ricans are like mixed with black or black or whatever, so what? She still shouldn't use it. And all Puerto Ricans are not black. Here's the whole Latin diaspora. And there were a lot of other YouTubers like I Am Eloho. Um, who else did a video on it? I Am Eloho. I'm not sure if Chioma Speaks did one. I know that Justin J, he touched on it too. And I was surprised to even see some Hispanic YouTubers touch on it as well. Because yeah, I don't even say the word. But a lot of black YouTubers they did it as well. Because here's the thing about Latinos, and I know this from dating Hispanics and befriending Hispanics and going to Hispanic churches and whatnot. The Hispanic people are mixed. A lot of them are either Spanish mixed with Native American, or Spanish mixed with Native and Black, Spanish and Black, Native and Black, or just Black, like Black people are here. But they have a shield when it comes to their Blackness. Say if I was Dominican or if I was Puerto Rican or Cuban, I would be Black, but I would be Cuban Black. I would be Black as in my ancestry, but I wouldn't identify with being Black. And I know it, and this is what confuses a lot of folks with that. And I'm gonna just break it down to you. They're still black. If you're a black Hispanic or black European, black African, you still black. The blood in your veins is black, comes from Africa. The only thing that's different about you is the country that you were born in, the food you eat, the language you speak, and the traditions. That's it. But with Hispanics, they tend to have a divide and a shield with their blackness. It's like, I'll be black because my ancestors were black, but I'm not going to be black like African Americans, where I'm getting pulled over by the police, where I'm getting discriminated in jobs, where I'm getting discriminated against when I walk in the stores, when I walk in the beauty stores, or when I walk into clothing stores and whatnot. People thinking I don't make enough money to buy the stuff off the rack because I'm black. Yeah, they do that. It's like they'll be black when it's popular or when it's time to represent. But when it's time to show up and show out for Black causes like Black culture not being erased, like a lot of people are trying to do now, Black people being represented in a better light, whether it be in entertainment, music, things like that, they won't stick up for that. And so it's like Gina Rodriguez, you saying, "Oh, well, my father is a Black Puerto Rican Afro Latino." Where? Your daddy looks tan. He does not look like a Black Puerto Rican. And even when it comes to Evelyn Lozada from Basketball Wives, now you can look at her and tell she's mixed with Black. You can. And with Puerto Ricans, I will say a lot of them are mixed with Black. Because at the last church that I went to was a Puerto Rican church. A lot of them were Black or mixed with Black, or somebody in their family was Black. So it is true that Puerto Ricans do have a lot of Black in them, or they have a lot of Black features, and they have a lot of Black influence. Because you see it with Bomba, you see it with the food that they eat, with the way that they speak, and even with the various skin colors and stuff. You see it, but for whatever reason, now Puerto Ricans in the past, I can honestly say this, they used to be cool with Black folks, but it's just something, and I don't think it's Trump, but for whatever reason, a lot of Hispanic people, they want to be close to white or be white, or they just act like they don't have no type of color in them. And I'm like, if it wasn't for Black people, y'all wouldn't have salsa, plena, or bomba. Y'all wouldn't have that color and that hair and that boobs and the butt that a lot of these men be chasing y'all for. Like, that came from us. So y'all like to disrespect us and degrade us and all that, but your grandma's Black. I'm like, the reason why your hair is so curly and your skin is so brown and your features are so full because you had a grandma or a granddaddy that was Black. Like, deal with it. And I just never understood why it's just so problematic for them to say, yeah, I'm Black. Or, yeah, I am part Black or mixed with Black or whatever, and just be okay with that. Like, sometimes when it comes to this racial stuff, it's like people make it more sensitive than what it needs to be. But then sometimes people, they just don't, they choose not to make sense on purpose so that they can't identify with folks. But people have their reasons. Yeah, Basketball Wives, it is trash. But the only thing I can say about Basketball Wives is that a lot of the OGs on there, they suffer for a lot of the stuff that they've done, Tammy included. Because when Basketball Wives first came out, oh, my husband is this, oh, my husband is that, this, that, and the third. And then they started, being mean girls and bullying folks and whatnot. But when you think about it, they all got their butts handed to them. When Shawnee first started Basketball Wives, her and Shaquille O'Neal, they was married. Now they divorced. And then the girl, Laura Govan, I always get the Govan sisters confused. It was Laura and Gloria. One of them was one of the chicks that slept with Shaquille O'Neal. So I'm like, Shawnee, how you gonna be the big bad wolf and the big bad honcho macho on the show, and you inviting one of the girls that slept with your husband is a reason for you getting a divorce? So I'm like that. I'm like, that was your pie in your face right now. Yeah, Laura Govan, she acted like she was so much better than everybody because her and Matt Barnes was supposedly married when she was pregnant with the twins and everything. And her and Matt Barnes, they was cheating on each other and got a divorce and split up. She ended up being a single parent, which what she tried to look down on the other women for. And then with Tammy, now Tammy, she used to be a real one. She was the one that, what did Tammy do for Basketball Wives? Tiffany Pollard, like, yes, she did. When they had that TV show on TV One where it had like the different people on there, she checked her. Cause she was like, "You're not finna sit up here and talk about Black folks." And she was, and then you know how Laura be like, "Oh well, I'm Black," cause the Govan sisters, they were mixed with Black, Mexican, and Hawaiian, and yeah, she tried to sit on that couch and say like, "Well, my kids are Black," and blah blah blah. And Tiffany was like, "You're not Black." She says, I'm black, my hair is black and everything. She says, you are mixed. And see, that's the thing. And I'm not against interracial relationships or whatnot, but I just don't like it how a lot of non-black women, they date our men and they think they're better than us. And then they try to tell us who we are and who we should be and how black their kids are stuff. No, excuse me, ma'am. It don't matter how many black dinglings you hop on or black men you date or have kids with, you're still not black. You know, you're not. And that's what a lot of people need to realize. It's like y'all will date every color and nationality of the international rainbow. But at the end of the day, no matter how hard you bleach your skin, how much surgery, nip tuck suck you get, you still gonna be black. Or if not black, you still gonna be white, Chinese, Dominican, whatever you are. And not all interracial relationships are like this. But I feel like the reason why black women should stop being jealous of non-black women sometimes when they do date our men, because these non-black women, they end up getting their butts handed to them. It's like, yeah, you thought you was better than me because you dating a black dude. Yeah, you thought you was better than me because you got these black mixed kids and whatever. But look at how he treating you. He's cheating on you with black women. He's acting like, he's not married or whatever. Okay, you said you are married to a what kind of man? White man. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't have nothing against that, because I've dated a lot of different colors of men in the world. But it's just that a lot of it just seems like a lot of people sometimes when they date, interracial, it's like they're not black anymore. And then sometimes they even try to down black people. They'll try to put down, people who identify with being black and whatnot. And it's like, you can date any color in the world or any color that you see fit, but you don't have to down us. You don't have to disrespect us and degrade us to try to feel good or be on the come up. Because I see a lot of that too. But yeah, Tiffany Pollard, she got her together. And then when it came to Tammy, I don't think a lot of people remember this, but Tammy, she started having heart attacks because I remember when they bullied that girl from Charlotte. And I don't know if you remember this either, but there was a girl on there that was from Charlotte. And she was like real sweet and nice. And she was trying to, get her start. And it all got started when they was on the beach and they took her pocketbook. And they was running around the beach hiding her pocketbook and all that kind of stuff. And they had her crying and feeling bad. Because I remember that's when they pulled the plug on Basketball Wives. And then they Basketball Wives didn't do nothing for like 2 or 3 years. Because it was ridiculous. I remember Nicki Minaj and a lot of black artists, they were saying, okay, we need to stop supporting shows with black women that's bullying other women. And Tammy, she ended up falling out with Evelyn too because she saw how fraudulent she was. But a lot of that karma started coming back on Tammy too because she was having, issues with her kids and dealing with the fact that her husband cheated on her with Evelyn. Then by her being so hot headed, I remember she had a heart attack that was like an acute heart attack, and then she had a second heart attack. And then she ended up being a diabetic, and that's why she's so skinny because Evelyn was making fun of her one season, calling her a crackhead, and she was like, I have to eat like this because I'm a diabetic, and if I eat certain foods, then I could get really sick. And it's like Tammy, it's good you came out with the Hair Bonnet Chronicles. You know that little inspiration talk she does on Instagram, and it's good you did your own show and rapping and stuff. But you did a lot of dirt too to a lot of women. So you was a bully too. So yeah, you exiting the show, and this is your year of greatness. But I mean, yeah, Tammy, you had to get swatted a little bit too by karma because you was mean and you was a bully on Basketball Wives. And Evelyn, She's still traveling on her bulldog. I'm a big honcho and stuff. But Evelyn, she suffered a lot too. Like Chad Ochocinco beat her tail. Then we found out OG, he was trying to talk to her while they was engaged on the verge of getting married. Then she had that little boy with the baseball player, and I remember she had that show on, and then she got pregnant again and had a miscarriage and had problems having kids. Then her and the baseball player broke up, and that wasn't panning out. And it's like y'all women, y'all thinks that y'all got this money and this fame and this entertainment. God is still real whether you believe in him or not. If you treat folks any kind of way, talk to folks any kind of way, tear people up, cussing folks up, and acting like you could just terrorize people, you can't expect too much good to come to you after all of that. I mean, you just can't. So I just feel like Shawnee and Tammy and Evelyn and even the Go Van sisters, I'm like, y'all can do that mean girl stuff all you want to, but a lot of that stuff is kind of tore y'all's lives up a little bit. And that's the thing about this reality TV. Yeah, this stuff is scripted. Yeah, this stuff is made up for our entertainment. But these people kind of suffer behind this because, we see the stuff playing out on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and in the news. And this stuff is for a storyline, but at the end of the day, you got these actors and reality TV people. They got to deal with, fans and critics, cussing them out, calling them names, and making stuff up. And then sometimes other people on the show believing it. And then they go from having a fake storyline, now they got a real big mess that done popped off, and it's just so much unnecessary drama. And that's where we see the toxicity in reality TV. Yeah, they make a lot of money. It's the glitz and glams, and we laugh and go on with it. But I'm sure these people probably need to have some alone time. A lot of alone time after they get done doing these shows. And they probably have to remind themselves, this is not real. This is made up, blah, blah, blah. But I need to live my real life and not make this my reality. But yeah, and then I saw you said like they fetishize a what kind of partner? I believe that there is to cancel basketball wives for good. You know what? I actually made a Facebook group a long time ago trying to get the basketball wives to get canceled. And I'm like, you know what? This show is popular. Everybody likes to watch it. And I just don't feel like getting a lot of heat for it. But now a lot of people are seeing it. A lot of people are seeing it. They're seeing how, like, there is petition. Yeah, yeah, and I believe it. Like I think eventually, if enough people will sign it, then yeah, they can get basketball wives to be canceled. I mean, we had a petition to get Selena a Mac line. Then we had a petition to get Aaliyah a Mac line. I'm like, if we can get these people to get makeup deals and they're dead, then we should be able to get the basketball wives to be off the show. Because I mean, Basketball Wives, it's been on for a long time, but I'm like, cut the bull already. Like, cut the bull already. Because Shawnee, and then when this whole OG stuff came out, Shawnee got on her live and did this long, boring little video about, like, you guys need to get out the TV and get a real life. This is just for TV. This is for show. This is not real. And And I'm like, okay, Shawnee, you say this is not real life, but this TV show is making you real money. It's making you real opportunities. And you're making these people that people hate so much famous. So how can this not be real life or real TV? So yeah, I'm like, yeah, but it makes something women look bad. Black, yeah. It does make black women look bad. And I don't know why in the black community we won't, and I don't even see this with other races, and this is what puzzles me a little bit about our programs. It seems like in the 90s and 80s and 70s, we would have never allowed this mess to be on TV about us. We wouldn't. Where in the 70s we had Good Times, What's Happening, Sanford and Son. Then you had in the 80s, you had Give Me a Break, Different Strokes, The Jeffersons, um, What's Happening Now. Then in the 90s, you had New York Undercover, you had Martin, Living Single, Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I'm like, these were all black TV shows that portrayed black people in real life, in real times, and it wasn't consistently negative. It was positive. We got to see black people go to college. Black people build families. Black people go through growing pains, like with Moesha and the Parkers. We got to see, yeah, and it's like we were so into black unity and black beauty and black power and whatnot. And it just seems like when the mid 2000s left, reality TV kicked in. Oh, everybody gotta be a hoe. Oh, everybody gotta have fake boobs, big butts, skinny waist, and everybody gotta have long weave. Everybody gotta rap like this, talk like this, and be ghetto, be hood, and drink and shake your butt all the time and stuff. It's like other races, they're already trying to steal our culture and wipe us out by repainting us with them. And then it's like black people are helping them. And then it's like you have black people that are striving to wipe us out as well. Because I thought about this the other day. I'm like, there is a plan for them to wipe black people out. It just really is. It's like they're just really trying to wipe us out or just make us non existent. And then now they're trying to, and it seems like they're trying to recreate black TV. That's So Raven on Disney Channel was the first black sitcom to reach over 100 episodes. That was the first, and I don't think it was the first. I think it was the second after Famous Jet Jackson on Disney Channel to be a successful black show. Then you had the Proud Family. Then you had some other shows that were black shows. I don't know. I can't think of any. But yeah, they're starting to bring those back, like Raven's Home, with her being a divorced mom and having a psych daughter. Then you have another famous Jet Jackson like show with Zendaya Coleman. I think it's called Inspector something. Um, then they're bringing the Proud Family back, except that's going to be on Disney Plus, their streaming service. And then they talked about doing a reboot of Set It Off, and then they're supposed to be doing a reboot of New York Undercover, and I don't know how that's gonna happen. Like they killed Eddie off, they killed his daddy off. They didn't have the nightclub that all the famous acts that made the show so popular, on the show. And then Tommy, who played a detective in like the fourth season of the show, when they got rid of everybody, he died. And I'm like, why can't we, in the age of diversity that we live in, why can't we create black shows or at least shows with adequate diversity in its accuracy? Like, I would love to see, yeah, like, it's like there's no creativity. Everybody wants to remake what already was or what already happened. And it's like when you produce something new, nobody wants to pick it up or buy it unless it's whitewashed. because I would love to see, especially on TV, I would love to see a sitcom about a Caribbean family, like about a Jamaican family or a Haitian family. I would like to see a TV show about well, we have Fresh Off the Boat. That's about a Taiwanese Chinese family, but they're taking that off the air. I would just like to see some TV shows. When we got centered around, some Indians or Guyanese or Trinidadians or black people, or even an interracial family where the wife is black. Because I just don't understand why, with a lot of interracial relationships, when it comes to shows, it's always that same makeup. It's like the husband is black, and then it's like, if my phone dies on me. Oh, okay. If my phone dies, forgive me. Oh no, that's fine. I can understand because once I put the live up, you'll be able to see it anyway. But yeah, I would just like to see, and this is why I'm an old school person. I like to watch stuff from the 80s and 90s because that stuff was real. But I would just love to see some diversity and some creativity and things that makes sense, especially with an interracial relationship on TV. I would like to see one with a black woman being with a white husband or Hispanic husband or Asian husband and whatnot. Because it's like that. I don't understand why it just appears to be now so offensive when a black woman is with a non-black man and they have kids and it's a success. It's like they never want to show that unless the black woman is in a baby mama phase. And that's the image I hate too with interracial relationships. They don't really show the success of interracial relationships between, black women and non-black men and stuff. There's mixed ish. Yeah, yeah, you do have mixed ish. Mixed ish. I haven't really seen the show, but I know the TV show, it explores like the mom's life story on Blackish. Her mom was black and her dad was white, and she talks about like growing up, being mixed and whatnot. And I mean, I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about it. A lot of people, they just don't like it because they say they don't understand why they couldn't get real mixed people to play the kids, or like, or why is it that the grandma in Blackish is mixed looking, but the grandma in, wait a minute, I'm messing this up. Why the grandma in Blackish looks mixed, but the grandma in Mixed-ish is black. Because the mama is played by Tika Sumpter. And a lot of people were saying like, why are they not matching it up? I mean, but I'm glad that Blackish is like one of the only shows that really tells our story and its authenticity. And I like how the dad has like a real life approach to things, and their kids are like really smart and they're funny. And I like the oldest son. The oldest son, he's the innocent out of all of them, but the kids, the younger ones, they seem more growner than he is, and he's just cute to me. But yeah, now I remember when Blackish first came out, they did try to whitewash it a little bit because I remember some of the stuff they would do, it would be black jokes, but it was like one of those things where you say stuff about black people, but it's insulting, but people want to make it funny. And as time went on, you know, they started doing YouTube, not YouTube videos. They started doing comments and whatnot, that were, actually funny, and they weren't racially insensitive or whatnot. So, but yeah. And that's just the take that I would really like for, TV to just have again, to have that realness and that sensibility and that sense of togetherness, because it just seems like the devil. He just has his hands on a lot of people and a lot of people's minds, and I just refuse to drink the juice or drink the Kool-Aid, like they say. But you know what music nowadays also sucks. Does that say, but you know what music nowadays also sucks? The music. Um, it depends on what genre you listen to. I've broken away from listening to hip hop because it's just got stupid. I listen to R&B, dancehall, calypso, Latin trap, salsa, bachata, and merengue. I listen to more international music because I feel like that's one of the only types of music they really stick to their roots. And yeah, they do mix and match with hip hop and whatnot. But hip hop, it's just gotten too real almost. Because you got Cardi B, you got the City Girls, you got Kodak Black, you got all these people. But the thing I don't like is the messages that they preach in their music, because the city girls, they preach about scamming men out their money and sleeping with men who got money and whatnot. And JT, who's a girl in the group, she just went to jail for credit card fraud. And then you got Kodak Black, he rapped about weed and this, that, and the third. Now he finna go to jail for about 4 years for aggravated assault, sexual assault, gun charges. And then you had like Takashi 6ix9ine, who snitched on like his whole squad, and he rapped about guns and gang banging and all that, and he wasn't nowhere near about that life, trying to be cool, trying to be down with the culture. And look at where all this stuff got him, and all his people, including Treyway, getting 8, 10, 13 years in jail, all because of this dude wanted to be cool and wanted to fit in with the hip hop crowd. Then you got Cardi B. She's talking about she's a gangster and she does this and that. Now, Cardi B, she's a real blood. And yes, she did fight, because I remember on Love and Hip Hop, she used to be fighting girls over silly stuff. But, she tried to fight Takashi 6ix9ine's girlfriend and her sister at the strip club, because she said that, is she really a blood? Yeah, Cardi B. Yeah, I believe Cardi B really is a blood. Cause she's shown like pictures of her in her younger days where she was like blooded out with her set. Cause I think her friend Starbrim is a blood too. But my thing is, Cardi B, if Cardi B was a real blood to me, and I know this because when I went to school, I had friends that was in gangs. I had friends that were Crips, and I don't know if I knew any Bloods or whatnot. I knew people who were like MS-13, Crips, Brown Pride, but not too many Bloods. Cardi B, she's not no real blood to me, because, and a lot of these gangster thugs that try to rap, they not real gang bangers. Because I'm like, if y'all are real gang bangers and y'all are rappers, y'all will rep y'all set, rep y'all's flag, rep y'all's colors, but y'all wouldn't be doing stuff that will get you caught up or get you in jail or anything like that. And then on top of that, you wouldn't be wearing colors. You wouldn't be wearing colors that go against, your set. Cause I done seen Cardi B wear blue. Anybody who's a real blood, you do not wear blue. Even though the Crips and Bloods, they had a truce a long time ago, you still don't wear rival gangs or other gang members' colors. You don't even go in like blood neighborhoods and whatnot. Cause they used to like Crips called blood slobs, and Bloods called Crips crabs. And so it's like Cardi B, she used to say, instead of her saying cute, she would say butte, because you're not supposed to say the C word because you're repping the Crips and whatnot when you're a blood. Like she would say, I'm butte. And she would take the C out of different words and replace it with a B. But one time she was all blued out when she had like the blue fur and the blue this and the blue that. And I'm like, Cardi B, how you gonna be a blood and you sitting up here wearing blue? Like real bloods don't rep other gangs' colors and stuff like that. And a lot of these people that are not about the gang life or don't know a lot about the gang life, they just do this stuff for popularity. But real gang members, they know that you rep for your set, you rep for your gang, you stay within your territory, but at the same time, yes, but at the same time, you you stand up for you stand up for your gang, and you put your people on too. Who was Cardi B put on that's from the Bloods? And I'm not sure if she's giving money to any of the people that's in her gang. But it's a known fact that when you do stuff like that, when you are a blood and whatnot, you give back to your gang, you give back to your community because Cardi B is at a place that a lot of people in her gang they hustle and bustle just to get to. Like gang members, they sling drugs, they sling guns, they do all this stuff to get as rich as Cardi B. And so I just like a lot of this stuff is for clout, it's for popularity. But when it comes to really being about their life, a lot of these people are not. But yeah, when it comes to the music, I don't listen to a lot of this music that they come out with now because it's either for clout or they teach really bad messages to people that are listening to this music by fighting people in real life, killing people in real life, scamming people for money. I mean, Cardi B, she almost went to jail for beating up them strippers over Offset. Kodak Black, he finna go to jail for 4 years. Takashi, even though he's snitching on everybody, he's still in jail. And then you got JT from City Girls just got out for credit card scamming. So, and then you had Triple X Tentacion that was murdered, and he was known for beating up his girlfriend, terrorizing people, and always singing about depression and being high. See, people don't know when y'all listen to this music, y'all be singing spells on y'all selves. I mean, you really do, because I believe that whatever you sing, whatever you eat and dance to, that's what you represent and that's what you like. But a lot of this hip hop music and stuff they're coming out with now, it's just spells. It's just teaching people how to be demonic and problematic. And then you wonder why these rappers and singers that sing about this life, they suffer for it by going to jail and getting killed and dealing with just a whole bunch of unnecessary drama just to be rich and to make money. But I'm going to go ahead and end this live. I hope you all enjoyed my live. And I hope you all, if you have any questions for me, feel free to ask them. If you have any suggestions, feel free to give me those on my channel. And don't forget to like and subscribe and leave a comment in the comment section. Have a good night. Bye.